Boas pessoal, vamos lá para mais uma semana então. Eu, como viram no final no sábado, atingi o patamar dos 80, fiz o levantamento de 40 e agora vou continuar aqui com a minha progressão para ver se consigo apostar com mais dinheiro, mas de forma segura, ter sempre uma banca de reserva, sempre um tanto de dinheiro de reserva, por caso alguma coisa corra mal, posso sempre recorrer a ela. Vou agora para a banca inicial, para o patamar 3, aqui, com 40 euros, vou usar stakes de 4. Opa! Vou usar stakes de 4, vamos lá ver como é que corre, ver se agora consigo ganhar mais, consigo se calhar agora começar aí a bater o patamar dos 20 euros por dia, era bom, começar a fazer 20 euros por dia, ver se consigo. Mas pronto, vamos ver o que é que dá. Para esses 20 euros por dia tenho que começar a perder menos dinheiro, que ando a perder muito dinheiro. Vá, boa semana, bons trades, vamos a isso, falta 5 minutos para a próxima corrida. Fiquem bem.
Victory slow away and also dropped in the early stages big bad boy at the back of the field for this racingtv.com handicap, and heading through the first furlong, Fast Deal, one of the first to show with the dark blue cap, is City Wanderer taking a keen hold. Just in behind them races Aoife's Joy, that one just in behind the leaders towards the inside as they continue over on the far side. Another one who's racing prominently towards the outer is Jackie's Back in dark blue and beige, and then further back on the inside the grey Shining H racing mid-division at this stage on the inside of Final Attack, who's got the white cheek pieces. They're well down the far side of the course, still towards the rear of the field is the Reclaim Victory as they head out of the back straight. Big Bad Boy and Dance King, others towards the back. But a clear leader as they go well down the far side. It's Fast Deal and Paige Hopper who lead the field by about 4 lengths from City Wanderer, who continues to take a keen grip. Well there in the pale colours is Quote Line Direct, and then very wide on the course Top Attraction, Nose Banded. Just in behind the leading bunch is Final Attack, and then further back on the inside Aoife's Joy, the orange cap of Manzo Duro, racing just in advance of Final Attack and Top Attraction. Big Bad Boy making a little bit of ground on the inside, held up to Dream Point towards the rear in white with a blue hoop. They're beginning the run left-handed, swinging for home. Quote Line Direct makes ground on the outside with the City Wanderer now to dispute it with the front-running Fast Deal. 3 in line as they pass the 4. 5 lengths ahead of Jackie's Back and Manzo Duro. Aoife's Joy against the fence, then Final Attack. Further back towards the inside is Shining H, making a steady on the wide outside is Big Bad Boy, followed through by Dance King. Up front, Fast Deal's being ridden along, and the strong travelling Quote Line Direct now throws down a challenge. City Wanderer is ridden. Shining H improving steadily towards them, towards the right with Aoife's Joy. And then comes Jackie's Back, who's being ridden on the wide outside. Dance King continues to pick up with Big Bad Boy.
I'm out of here, man.
Racing inside the final 2 furlongs. Over on the far side, Aoife's Joy, followed through by Shining H. Down the centre of the course, Dance King from Top Attraction, then Quote Line Direct. And from the back, Bristol Missile on the very wide outside. He's finishing off well, but it's Shining H who's taken a narrow lead as they come inside the last. But Bristol Missile is a late threat, and there won't be much between the pair as they go towards the line. Shining H trying to fend off Bristol Missile and Dream Point.
And
Market in play.
6 furlongs to journey for Division 1 of the QTS Ladies Night Handicap Stakes, and French Red is the first one to begin. Racing in 2 groups early on, aren't they? Towards the centre of the racecourse is I'll Be Good, together with Sandy B, and with those 6 score, and right behind is Leisha. The other runners towards the near side being led by Hard Solution from French Red and Cool Dandy, then Oriental Lily and Spartacus in the orange over Avior Star. Little between these 2 groups, they begin to merge as they head up towards halfway. Hard Solution, who ran here yesterday, leads under Sean Kieran from in second. French Red ridden along. Over towards the middle of the course, there is I'll Be Good. He's still prominent, working through the challenge for filly Cool Dandy, the yellow sleeves. Together there with 6 score, who's been ridden for more. Then Leisha. Also under pressure is Sandy B as they head towards the final furlong and a half, and it's Hard Solution towards the near side leading from French Red. Oriental Lily trying to get through to put in her effort now as they run.
I'm out of here, man.
Hard Solution with the lead. Oriental Lily, though, looking to lay down a big threat inside the final 100 yards. Hard Solution and Oriental Lily. Oriental Lily getting on top. Oriental Lily the winner from Hard Solution.
Market suspended.
Third, then
Afternoon, Enzo. Hello, everyone. They're coming into line here. And they're off. They're racing over 2 miles and 7. This is the
Market in play.
app. handicap chase, which sees Sizing at Midnight lead Flying Verse and Rev to the first of 16 fences. Out on Patrol tracks the leaders as they come to jump the opening obstacle, where Who Shot Who made a mistake, and Shentry and Rhea also pitched on landing. Short run to the second. Sizing at Midnight, Flying Verse, touchdown in front on the outside, and then follows Rev and Out on Patrol, with Oscar Montel up the inside in fifth. Ahead of King Alfonso, Who Shot Who, Shentry and Quartz de Reur is held up in the rear as they jump fence number 3. Sizing at Midnight on the inside of Flying Verse. It was slightly more fluent, with Rev on the inside of Out on Patrol tracking the front pair. Oscar Montel in the orange next, ahead of King Alfonso, Who Shot Who, Quartz de Reur and Shentry at fence number 4. They're all out over that one safely. Flying Verse and Sizing at Midnight sharing the running as they prepare to swing left-handed into the northern bend. Out on Patrol on the outside of Rev track the leading duo, with King Alfonso on the outside of Oscar Montel rounding out the leading half dozen. Who Shot Who follows, and then held up in the last pair are Quartz de Reur on the outside of Shentry. Working their way back towards the home straight. The next they jump another plain one before the first of the ditches. It's Sizing at Midnight on the inside of Flying Verse, separated by a head. A length and a half to Rev on the inside of Out on Patrol. And then King Alfonso on the outside. Oscar Montel taking the inner route as Sizing at Midnight blunders at the first in the straight. Lost the outright lead to Flying Verse. Heading to the open ditch. Flying Verse on the outside of Sizing at Midnight, with Rev and Out on Patrol in third and fourth, and Oscar Montel up the inside next, and then King Alfonso from Who Shot Who, Quartz de Reur and Shentry. Coming over fence number 7, Flying Verse touching down just ahead of Sizing at Midnight. Rev with the sheepskin noseband tracking them closely. Then the grey mare Out on Patrol, Oscar Montel as they jump fence number 8. King Alfonso wide of trouble is next, then Who Shot Who, Shentry and Quartz de Reur continues to be held up in the rear. So up in front of the enclosures, after jumping the first 8 fences, it's Flying Verse and Sizing at Midnight, whose backup side's on the inside. Out on Patrol moving into a clear third as they approach the city turn, with Oscar Montel and Rev and King Alfonso in line. Rev just getting a bump in the saddle as they go into the bend. Who Shot Who, Shentry and Quartz de Reur remain in the last clear, as they have been throughout. Rev gets another bump in the saddle from Sean Bowen and is in danger of losing his position as they head off through their departure point. So Sizing at Midnight on the inside of Flying Verse. They've occupied the first 2 positions throughout. Out on Patrol tracks them a length and a half away, and then follows Oscar Montel as they come to jump the first of the 4 plain fences on the far side. Flying Verse, Sizing at Midnight in the air together. King Alfonso jumping through on the outside of Oscar Montel. Who Shot Who making headway, running away at the moment, the outsider, as they jump the second in the back straight. Rev has dropped back to be last of all and is firmly off the bridle as they run onto fence number 11. They're led by Flying Verse, who's moved more than a length up on Sizing at Midnight as they come over fence number 11. A mistake from Who Shot Who, who'd made ground into third at the time on the outside of King Alfonso. Oscar Montel continues to track the leaders up the inside. Quartz de Reur is making some steady headway as they run towards the last fence in the back straight. This is 5 from home. Flying Verse will reach it in front of Out on Patrol, Who Shot Who, and King Alfonso, having been in the front 2 for just less than 2 miles. Sizing at Midnight is beating a hasty retreat, overtaken by Oscar Montel and Quartz de Reur and Shentry as they swing left-handed out of the back, and Rev is 10 lengths off the back of the leading group, who are led on the approach to the home straight still by Flying Verse, who's got less than a length advantage over Out on Patrol in second. Who Shot Who continues to travel strongly in third. Oscar Montel, Quartz de Reur, King Alfonso now
I'm out of here, man.
pushed along, sizing at midnight, struggling to keep in touch, and then this long gap to Rev as they level for home and approach 4 out. Flying Verse out on patrol. Who Shot Who? The leading trio going over 4 out with Oscar Montel on terms on the inside. Behind those is Quartz de Reur and then Chentry, who's still in touch. The others have dropped away. King Alfonso has been pulled up before jumping 3 out the final open ditch. The leaders heading towards 2 from home. Flying Verse, Oscar Montel out on patrol. Quartz de Reur, Chentry, Who Shot Who not finding. Back in 6th as they reach the second last. Still 5 of them with a seemingly winning opportunity. Quartz de Reur is moving through between out on patrol and Oscar Montel. Flying Verse dropping away tamely as they went over the final fence. It is Quartz de Reur and out on patrol who now come clear of Oscar Montel into the final 100 yards. Quartz de Reur a length up on out on patrol, running towards the line. Quartz de Reur.
Off racing over the minimum trip,
Market in play.
Irish racing on Racing TV Novice Stakes. Slow away in the green and white was Devon Envoy. Pretty good line up front with on the right the white face of Show DM Lad. Towards the near side rail is Contactless, just trying to edge across ahead of Chimgan, the white sleeves, and Contactless has backed that near side rail. So smart there with the leading duo, the blue sleeves and white cap. Cotto Grey in the grey and red, just tracking the leaders with the purple and white cap of Hotline Bling. Devon Envoy's made ground now into midfield and racing further back to a pushed along National Star, Glamorous Express, and the newcomer Swayze's at the back of the field on the right, pushed along with a white face, coming down here to the final 2 furlongs, and it's So Smart and Contactless the near side. Cotto Grey putting in a run, and then follows Hotline Bling. Chimgan running on and
I'm out of here, man.
leaders as they come now well inside the last. So Smart, Chimgan though really getting the hang of things late that on, and he's cutting down So Smart, and it's just Chimgan with the lead close home and just pushed out will go on and score on debut. Beats
Market suspended. Market
They've
in
raced away
play.
for Division 2 of the QTS Ladies Night Handicap Stakes. They have gone without number 7, Popping Corks, who didn't want to enter the starting stalls. It is Rose Bandit. She shows out in front. Paul Morenon takes her across towards the stand-side running rail, and she goes clear early from the grey filly Must Be an Angel, who's racing in second. Then Toolmaker and My Sunny the next 2, followed then by Muatadale. Couple away to Jesse Allen, Liberty Blaze, and Mo Henry's at the back of the field. Rose Bandit skipping along very nicely out in front as they head towards halfway. The best part of 3 lengths in front to Must Be an Angel racing in second. Toolmaker now shaken up is in 3rd place. Then Muatadale in 4th, followed then by My Sunny and Mo Henry and Liberty Blaze, and Jesse Allen's at the back of the field. They're racing out towards the final furlong and a half, and it's still Rose Bandit who is clear by 3 lengths over Must Be an Angel in second. Muatadale making some late ground, then Mo Henry and Toolmaker, but as they head into
I'm out of here, man.
furlong, it's Rose Bandit who has controlled this race from the outset pretty much. It's Rose Bandit, he's out in front, going to give Paul
in this Racing TV Extra Handicap is Captain Jameson, but he's responded to take a decent early pitch behind the pace-setting Sharamooski in the crimson and gold, and in the red colours Barrington. Then Captain Jameson on the left as they make their way out towards the centre of the course this time. On the right in the striped cap is Jungle Speed, and then the market leader in the orange with the grey sleeves and blue cap, Mummy Bear. White face runner in the purple jacket, Munificent, and Shoot to Kill is at the back of the field, red sleeves and a red cap as they head up the centre of the track and past halfway. Sharamooski leads, Barrington, Jungle Speed by a length. Jungle Speed just coming off the bridle. Captain Jameson there towards the near side, just being asked to make a forward move. Shoot to Kill picking up readily towards the far side of the group. Mummy Bear's come under pressure, but is improving towards the leaders as they head inside the final furlong and a half. And it's still Sharamooski from Shoot to Kill, still making eye-catching ground the far side.
I'm out of here, man.
Mummy Bear getting into the argument with Barrington, now racing inside the final furlong, and given the off, his Shoot to Kill has hit the front and is readily drawing clear from Captain Jameson and the front-running Sharamooski. Impressive performance.
and they're off.
Market
away,
in
7
play.
furlongs a journey for the summer breaks at Western House Hotel Handicap Stakes, and it's Tilsit, the first one to show, leading from Guidor. Prospect very keen to the outside, and then to the inner is Global Humour in the black and white. Deny Knowledge just behind those, and then Chucky Dunedin in the purple, followed by Hejan. Daniel Deronda is second to last, and Classy Al quite lit up at the back of the field. The race towards the end of the far side then, Tilsit on the front end, a length or so to Guidor running in second. Global Humour, Prospect third and fourth. Then Deny Knowledge in fifth around the bend from Tricky Dunedin and Hejam. The back two remain, Daniel Deronda and Classy Al. Heads are soon be turning back towards home as they continue their journey halfway. Tilsit leading, Guidor in second, Global Humour third. Prospects is next, and then Deny Knowledge and Tricky Dunedin, followed by Hejam and Classy Al, and last is Daniel Deronda. Racing up the home straight towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Tilsit still with this narrow lead. Guidor, though, driven on turns towards the near side. Global Humour now looming up over toward the far side, the black and white. Then Prospect, who's now pushed along.
I'm out of here, man.
Tricky Dunedin, and then Deny Knowledge. The final furlong looming. Guidor's got the lead from Tilsit. He's battling away. Global Humour trying to come into it over on that far running rail. Guidor, Tilsit between him. Global Humour against the running rail. It's Guidor, Global Humour and Tilsit. A three-way go to the line. Guidor just in front. Guidor just in front from Global Humour.
Market suspended.
Racing.
Market in play.
The Sky Sports Racing HD Virgin 535 Open National Hunt Flat Race. Tiger Orchid, who was inconvenienced by a funereal gallop here last time out, has jumped off to make his own running this afternoon. In memory of Millie, he's giving chase in company with First Street, with Maxell settling just off the leading trio in advance of Twiggy's Pride. Parsons Stone, who's a chestnut with a white face, is held up in advance of Tampico Rocco, and Time to Believe is dropped out last of all. Working their way through the first quarter of a mile, Tiger Orchid from In Memory of Millie, who's a length down in second. First Street a close third. Then follows Maxell, Parsons Stone, Twiggy's Pride and Tampico Rocco. And Time to Believe continues to bring up the rear. Leader just stumbled at the path crossing the racecourse after the winning post. Tiger Orchid will lead them into the turn, with First Street keen enough on the inside of In Memory of Millie in second and third, Maxell in fourth, and then Parsons Stone in the pink, ahead of Twiggy's Pride, Tampico Rocco, and Time to Believe, who'd be 8 lengths off the leader, continues to be held up last of all, but has settled better than several. Heading off into the back straight, led by Tiger Orchid from In Memory of Millie. First Street very keen on the inside in third, then follows Maxell from Parsons Stone and Twiggy's Pride, Tampico Rocco, and finally Time to Believe. Quarter of the way down the back straight, Tiger Orchid and Sam Twiston-Davies just over a length in front of In Memory of Millie, with First Street still pulling in third, ahead of Parsons Stone, who's moved fourth on the outside of Maxell. Tampico Rocco's gone past Twiggy's Pride. Time to Believe remains the back marker, and they're approaching halfway. Tiger Orchid continues to dictate terms. In Memory of Millie on the outside of First Street, second and third. Parsons Stone the outside of Maxell, fourth and fifth. And Tampico Rocco in company with Twiggy's Pride. And Time to Believe remains last as they swing left-handed to race into the northern bend. Tiger Orchid will go round it just over a length in front of First Street on the inside In Memory of Millie. And then Maxell and Parsons Stone, Tampico Rocco and Twiggy's Pride. And Time to Believe has to pass all his rivals to win from there. And they're approaching the final half mile. So Tiger Orchid from First Street, with Maxell moving into third at the top of the home straight. In Memory of Millie is fourth but ridden and losing ground and goes wide on the home turn to drop to the rear of the field as they head down the straight. They've got just over 3 furlongs to go. Tiger Orchid is the leader as the pace begins to lift. First Street
I'm out of here, man.
in second. Maxell is third. They're being pursued by Parsons Stone, and then a little gap back to Tampico Rocco. Time to Believe is struggling to lay a glove on the leaders. Twiggy's Pride's being left behind. They've got a quarter of a mile to gallop, and it's still Tiger Orchid on the outside of First Street, who's hard ridden and a length down. Maxell is keeping on at the one pace. They've drawn away from Parsons Stone, heading inside the final 200 yards. Tiger Orchid still about a length up on First Street, running into the final 50 yards. Tiger Orchid makes all.
And off, racing
Mark
over
it.
a mile
Mark
and
it
3/4
in
to the
play.
graduate employment handicap. Just over a circuit of the course ahead of them. Ocean Reach, one of the first to show, dark blue sleeves and a dark blue cap. Samina going up pretty well on the outside with the cheek pieces. Dan King in a prominent position, the yellow and black. And then Scorched Earth, who's quite keen early in the black with the pink sleeves. Just held up behind the leading group. Moving up now to take a prominent position under Adam Kirby is Yukon. Just behind them, the grey Pushover, another who's taken a keen early hold. Then on the inside, Grenadier Guard as they take their first left-hander and head out to the far side. Give Peace a Chance in orange and white, then the all-yellow of Fortultus. On the inside is Paintball Wizard in the green and maroon sleeves as they head out towards the far side of the track. Further back to Signal 29, green with a mauve cap. And the last three at this early stage as they head down the far side, Natalina and also Celtic Classic, and they're just preceded by Retrospect. But it's Dan King who's now moved into the lead as they head onto the far side of the course. They're inside the last 10 furlongs, leads by a couple of lengths from Ocean Rich, who disputes second place with Samina. The next pair are Scorched Earth, and on the inside close-up, Grenadier Guard. A couple of lengths break then to Yukon, who matches strides with Pushover. Give Peace a Chance is next in the field, and then on the inside, Paintball Wizard. Further back to Fortultus, just preceded by Signal 29, and then at the tail of the field is Retrospect, Natalina in the purple and white, and in the all-green colours, Celtic Classic. Heading well down the far side of the track, approaching the last 7 furlongs. From the front, it's Dan King who shows the way. Dan King and Martin Harley by a couple of lengths from Ocean Reach. Pushed along to hold her pitch is Samina. Scorched Earth, the very well backed Scorched Earth is just tracking with close-up behind them Grenadier Guard with the headgear. Push over on the inside. Samina losing a pitch, has been passed by Yukon and about to be passed by Give Peace a Chance as they head out of the back straight. Further back then to Signal 29, Paintball Wizard and Fortultus. Still right at the back are Celtic Classic and Natalina as they make the turn for home and head towards the last 4.5 furlongs. Dan King has opened up a handy lead without exerting too much energy. Is 3 lengths clear of Ocean Reach and then trying to improve, but under pressure is Scorched Earth. Grenadier Guard next, Yukon making steady progress. They're followed further back by Give Peace a Chance, Pushover, and on the far right, the white face of Paintball Wizard as they make their way inside the 3. Still leading is Dan King from Ocean Reach, Yukon, Give Peace a Chance. Signal 29 towards the stand side. He's picking up well. Paintball Wizard towards the far side as they come now inside the 2. Ocean Reach throws down the challenge to Dan King, then Give Peace a Chance. Signal 29, Yukon, Natalina trying to pick up towards the near side. Fortultus.
I'm out of here, man.
As they come to the final furlong, it's Ocean Reach from on the near side, Give Peace a Chance. They've gone on from Dan King, heading now inside the last, and it's Give Peace a Chance, who's now edged into the lead. She's gone on from in second place, Ocean Reach, and pushed out towards the line.
And they're off.
Mark it in play.
£14,000 booked for QTS Ladies Night Handicap Stakes on its Black Friday. Who's the first one to show under Paddy Mathers. Leads early on from Perla Cata. A length away then to Call Me Ginger, who's racing pretty keenly. Wants to go a lot quicker than Ben Robinson wants him to. Right between horses is Troubadour in a handy 4th. A length away to the inside is Music Society. Then the cheek piece Crack and Power, the black and pink for Andrew Mullen, sharing out last with Dick Datchery and Connor Beasley. It's Black Friday that still shows in front from Perla Cata, who's very much a handy to the outside under Phil Dennis. Then Call Me Ginger, who's now settled down a little bit. Music Society to the inside, Every Chance. Then Troubadour's now been ridden along, followed then by Dick Datchery, and Crack and Power's going to have to try and weave its way through. They're running inside the final furlong and a half. Black Friday still got the advantage, leading a length and a half over Music Society. Perla Cata,
I'm out of here, man.
and Call Me Ginger, followed by Dick Datchery and Crack and Power. Half a furlong to go. Black Friday trying to tough it out from Music Society. Black Friday from Music Society. Black Friday's in front, beats Music Society. Call Me Ginger,
Market
Crack and Power,
suspended.
and Perla Cata are all very tight for the next placing.
Well, we did say down at the start, Black Friday from stall 6.
Bem, por hoje não faço mais nada. Já levei um grande red, tipo, comecei com 48, só me sobrou 13, não vale a pena continuar, não vale a pena carregar a conta e continuar já hoje, que isto hoje não é dia. Comecei muito mal, comecei a ganhar, a perder, agora aqui sentia-me que já estava a perder demasiado, e com mais um red quis salvar logo tudo, acabei por entrar em lei e perdi o resto. Fácil assim. Fiz muitas entradas más, sei que acho que foi esta, uma destas duas confundi o cavalo. Houve entradas que foi demasiado arriscado, estava à espera que ele viesse para a frente ganhar, estava tudo muito complicado hoje. Por hoje fica assim, portem-se bem e até amanhã, ver se está amanhã melhor.